This is good, isn't it? This is good news, this is good news, but this is bad news, this is bad news. Yay, yay, everyone's getting overexcited, everyone's getting, yeah, yeah, Spider-Man's coming back to Marvel, yeah. But you know what? Is it really that good? I mean, it all sounds good on paper, but when you really look at the intricate details, is it really going to work out? Look, the article says, under the deal, the new Spider-Man will first appear in a Marvel film from Marvel Cinematic Universe, the MCU. Sony Pictures will thereafter release the next installment of its $4 billion Spider-Man franchise on July 28, 2017, in a film that will be co-produced by Kevin Feige and his expert team at Marvel, and Amy Pascal, who oversaw the franchise launch for the studio 13 years ago. Together they will collaborate on a new creative direction for the web-slinger. Sony Pictures will continue to finance, distribute, own and have final creative control of the Spider-Man films. Sony Pictures will continue to finance, distribute, own and have final creative control of the Spider-Man films. And then Marvel and Sony Pictures are also exploring opportunities to integrate characters from the MCU into future Spider-Man films. Okay, so it sounds like the Spider-Man universe is connecting to the Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, all that universe in the MCU. And that's good, that's like the comics, that's what we want, right? But here's the deal, here's where it kind of falls apart a little bit for me. Sony Pictures have final creative control of the Spider-Man films. Final creative control. So if Kevin Feige comes up with some brilliant plan, this amazing plan to integrate Spider-Man to the MCU, but Spider-Man has to look a bit lower than Tony Stark, he has to look a bit lower than Captain America, and rightfully so, he should. Then Amy Pascal starts, building up a fuss and starts complaining about it or something, and then Sony starts, then they start having a little bit of infighting, and then it all falls apart, doesn't it? And then Sony get creative control, so Sony get the final say. If they don't like anything Kevin Feige says, it's done. The next thing you get is a shit film. A Sony-esque film that looks like Jamie Foxx starts doing dubstep and Andrew Garfield starts going, I don't know if I love you or not, I don't know if I love you, and all this bullshit crap going on. I can't. I'm a bit skeptical. And then now the other problem, all the Phase 3 shit is gone all up in the air now. It's all up in the air because they want to. Because Sony and Marvel are going to work on the Spider-Man film together on July 27th, 2017, which Sony gets final say on. And that has pushed my boy Black Panther all the way to July 6, 2018. Originally, that was meant to come out in November 3rd, 2017, and now it's been pushed to July 6, 2018. Almost a whole year away. Even further away, and that's after Avengers Infinity War Part 1, so he won't even be established before the Avengers, the big fight against Thanos, before the build up for the big fight against Thanos, unless originally he wasn't meant to be in Avengers Infinity War Part 1, but who knows, I don't know, but I imagine he was. I imagine Infinity War Part 1 was like all the little heroes. You got Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Hawkeye, all them guys are gonna be, maybe even Winter Soldier. All them guys were gonna be in probably Infinity War Part 1. And then the big boys coming in Infinity War Part 2. Thor, Captain America, Iron Man. All of the big three come in Part 2, I'd imagine. So Black Panther needs to be in Part 1, but then his film comes out after Part 1, and also Captain Marvel's film comes out after Part 1 as well. So, and this is all because of, well, I think Captain Marvel was always going to come out after Part 1. But either way, this is all because of the Spider-Man film. Thor's been pushed back till November as well, Thor Ragnarok. So, I mean, it's not terrible news that they've been pushed back, but Black Panther got the most hard raping because of it, like, oh man. But yeah, no, this is good news. I mean, it's exciting because the good side is Spider-Man's going to be in Civil War. Like the Civil War story, Spider-Man was sort of the centre, he was the in-between guy, he was the guy that Captain America and Iron Man were fighting over. And I don't know if it's too late to put that into the film now, because the film is due to come out literally in a year's time, just a year and a bit's time, and they're probably working on the script, finishing up the script right now. So to go back and change it all and put Spider-Man in it, probably be a bit of a hassle, unless they already knew that Spider-Man was coming to Marvel, but they kept it hush hush. But the thing is, Civil War, like, I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know if Spider-Man's just gonna be a cameo in it. Is it really worth pushing all the films? So he must have a big role in Civil War, and if it's, but Civil War's only one film. It's one film, 2-hour film, 2.5 hour tops, 3 hours. I wouldn't mind if it was 4 hours, but they ain't gonna go over 2.5 hours. Or they ain't gonna go over 2.5 hours, maybe 45 minutes. But Black Panther was originally meant to be the guy that Tony Stark and Captain America fight over, and now that's supposed to be I mean, in the comics, that's Spider-Man's role. I don't know if they're gonna put him in. He's not even established any relationship with Captain America and Iron Man previously. In the comics, there's years, like over 30 years of build up and friendships and rivalries and story. By the time Spider-Man was in Civil War, he was in his mid-20s and he was a teacher. He was trying to he was married to Mary Jane, and all this stuff was going on when Spider-Man was in Civil War. Now he's just going to be a little teenage kid that just started off being a hero. I mean, it could be a nice take if they can do it right. He's a youngling that Tony brings into Civil War, whatever, but I don't know, I'm very skeptical about it all. I mean, I'm excited, but I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical because of Sony's incompetence. I mean, you've got a genius like Kevin Feige at Marvel, and then you've got a complete and utter retard known as Pascal at Sony. Like, geniuses don't work well with retards, they don't mix. Like, the next thing you know, there's going to just be an explosion. When a genius and a retard tries to combine ideas, it's just an explosion. And not an explosion like the Big Bang that creates something like amazing like Earth. It's an explosion like a suicide bombing that just ruins everything. This could either be really, really good or really, really bad. I just hope Marvel know what they're doing. They know better than me, so. But I'm skeptical, to say the least. Retards don't work well with geniuses, I'm telling you. Retards don't work well with geniuses. Why is Amy Pascal going to be a producer with Kevin Feige? Kevin Feige just better be like, get the fuck out of here with this bullshit, man. I ain't got time for your bullshit. But you know what, that's the thing though, no matter how much Kevin Feige backslaps her, she's just going to come in with the final say anyway. So she's going to come in and be like, oh, you want to make Spider-Man a young teenager that looks up to Tony Stark and Captain America like he should, and they fight over him, and he's an impressionable guy that everyone ends up liking. But no, I don't want to do that. Let's make him a 28-year-old man who's already married, and he's the leader of the Avengers. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make him the leader of the Avengers in Civil War. Let's make Tony Stark and Captain America all look up to Spider-Man. And oh god, this could be bad. But it could be good, could be bad, could be good, but we'll see. Another thing, apparently the Sinister Six movie is still going on. So Spider-Man Sinister Six movie. So I don't know if that's what the movie in July is supposed to be. It shouldn't be. It should be like a sort of Incredible Hulk-esque movie where it's an origin but not really an origin. The origin's in the beginning credits and there's an adventure. Not Sinister Six. You can't just throw Sinister Six on. I don't know why Sony is so obsessed with Sinister Six. Let it go. Like, no, let it go. Let it go. And in other news, Andrew Garfield won't be coming back. Andrew Garfield has been booted off by, I don't know, Marvel and Sony, I guess. I'm okay with that. A lot of people aren't really happy with that, but I'm okay with that. I never really liked Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. I mean, he just seemed a little bit retarded to me. Like, you know, like I don't really see what the fascination with him as Spider-Man is. Like, he just seemed like a bit weird to me. Like, I didn't see Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker, honestly. So I'm glad they got rid of him, to be honest. I mean, nothing against him. He was great in Social Network. You know, he was great in other films I've seen him in. He's great in his TV show called Sugar Rush. He's a fine actor, but he just didn't scream Peter Parker to me whatsoever. He was too, you know, indie and cool and all that. I mean, I'm not thinking Peter Parker should be the stereotypical nerd, but he shouldn't be like some hipster dude. I don't know, it's probably just bad direction. It might not have been his fault. He might have been a great Peter Parker if he had better direction, but maybe the direction was so bad it made him look bad. So, yeah, so a new Peter Parker, which means a new rebooted franchise. Let Sinister Six go, and I wish Marvel and Sony luck, I do. I'm not happy that it's affected the Phase 3 slate. Like, it's affected Thor and it's affected Black Panther. Like, Black Panther might even get backseated in Civil War now because of this, so I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, I definitely want Spider-Man to be a big part of Civil War, the movie, like he was in the comics. But the thing that makes me skeptical is because Civil War is just one film. It's just 1 2.5 hour film tops, and I don't think it's enough time to establish Spider-Man, all the heroes fighting each other, then Black Panther on top of that, and then that's it, and then it ends, you know? I mean, it could be really good. I'll have to probably make another video on this to just get into the details of it all, but yeah, these are my initial thoughts on it all. And, you know, hit the like button, comment if you have anything to say about what I've said, and I'll see you again.
You come home.